Autumn Yee, and I am a grade 8 teacher at La Vérandre School in Portage La Prairie.
Tell me about that. There obviously is some nervousness. It's your first classroom. Let me know what's on your mind.
Getting to know some of the people here, some of the teachers I'm going to be working with, and the area just in general has been something that's very new to me, and of course makes me a little bit nervous because it's a couple of new things at once. But then at the same time I get to teach and I get to have a classroom and I get to make a change. So I'm really excited for all of those things.
I see these here.
Yes.
Okay, and you know, me maybe being a little, I was like, okay, they still use these?
We still use notebooks, yep, because for me, just like being able to write and having that printing skill is important. And since we're not going to be able to type every single thing up because we don't have Chromebooks in our classroom all the time, we don't have iPads or technology in our classroom all the time, being able to have those physical writing skills is something that we're going to work on as well.
Why, Autumn, did you decide to become a teacher?
I decided to become a teacher when I was in high school. I think I was maybe 15 or 16 years old when I decided, okay, I'm gonna go to university to be a teacher, and that is what I want to pursue. Part of why I had decided that was I really, really loved learning as a kid, and academics has always been something that's been really enjoyable for me. Wanting to kind of make a change to instill a love of learning that I have in some future students one day, or make it a little bit more fun. I am setting up some binders so that I can hand out some of the school supplies nicely when they come in. So I've got binders, I've got all of these pencil cases here for them, dividers that we're going to be using, paper, the notebooks that we saw earlier, a bunch of highlighters, pencils, pens. Teaching also gives me the opportunity to be somewhat of a lifelong learner, and with every single class I've worked with, every teacher that I've met, everyone who I've spoken with, there's always something there that I can learn about myself or about the world, and that's just something that's very important to me just as a person, is being able to learn more about my surroundings and wanting to make some sort of meaningful change. Even if it's just to one student or 5, that's still something. I've got a bunch of journals that I got for them just because the notebooks that we were looking at, like the Pilroy ones, those ones are not the nicest for journaling. So something that I thought would be kind of cute, I went to Dollarama and I picked up a bunch of little notebooks for them so they can just pick whichever one they want to. It's lined, it's got a bookmark in it, and it will stay shut like this.
What is the first speech? What is the first thing that you tell the students? What is the speech you give them?
Is that I'm excited to get to know them, know where their strengths are and some of the challenges that they're facing so that we can try to focus on those, making the classroom some sort of community for them to feel that they are comfortable in and comfortable to learn and be vulnerable to those new experiences.
You've uprooted your life for your profession as a teacher. How does that feel?
It's a new experience for sure, but with the change of being done with university and having graduated, I spent 6 years at the University of Winnipeg. So after being done with that, I feel like I'm okay with a little bit of change. It's definitely a new experience for sure, and having an apartment is going to be the first time I'm living away from my parents. Of course, I'm going to go back and visit them, and I'm going to be in Winnipeg on weekends, and I'm going to go spend time at home with my sister, my parents, dogs, everything. But it's just so that I can just be a little bit closer to the community that I'm going to be working in and get to know it a little bit more, so that it's not just a job for me, and that it doesn't need to be known, but to me, then I know I'm not just here for the money. I'm here for the community. So it's around the same size, so I want to make sure I've got them lined up properly.